Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in 5 minutes. This is session 20.15. I just want to do kind of a quick wrap up of my thoughts of the 2.0 firmware. I'd say overall, like I'm super impressed. I mean, like this is the level of updates that I've certainly seen from Akai on like the MPC-X live in one line, where you just like they release something that just surprises the heck out of you. I don't. I think some of the newer MPC users haven't seen that as much, just because of like some of the things that they're changing. But I'm telling you, like early on in the MPC Live X and One, they dropped some like absolutely astounding, phenomenal stuff for free that just nobody expected. We all hoped and dreamed for it. It was awesome. Are there things that the MPC doesn't have, or that we're all wishing for still? Sure. We're the same thing in the SP404 Mark II. But I mean, like, this is absolutely a game-changing update in my mind. I mean, just the pattern sequencer stuff is great. I think it just helps open up things, especially like the TR rec, for styles of making certain types of music and things that people you'd have a harder time doing without having an external sequencer. I think a lot of the MIDI CC stuff that I get to experiment with sounds really good. Being able to record, I don't know, like I guess parameter locks and like Pocket Operator or Electronaut Speak, um, is really handy for at least having it for pitch. I'm hoping that we see that. It looks like in the rolls. In that step sequencer, I'm hoping that Roland comes in and adds some more things in, because I think there's like some really cool things you can do with like start and stop and envelope automation and stuff. So I'm hoping to see kind of that stuff expand out. The Vera phrase, Vera encode stuff, I'm kind of on the fence on. I think it's handy to have it there. Probably fun for some experiments, but didn't blow me out of the park yet. But I also didn't give it a whole lot of time to experiment with, but just kind of as a out of the gate kind of shrug, I guess. Um, as far as the chromatic mode, adding polyphonic, legato, I think both of those are great. I think the scales functionality, as folks kind of take it and absorb what it really means, I think has a lot of really good opportunity for some exciting use cases and things, and helping people kind of do some music theory kind of stuff that you might not have been able to do as easily out of the box. So I think that's all really cool. What else do we have in here? DJ mode still doesn't blow me away. I, in some ways, it feels like an afterthought. In some ways, it kind of feels like the whole 404 Mark II was designed around it without it being completed. But certainly interesting to see where they go. And I think I'll give it another chance and kind of mess with it. I think there's some, especially with something like the roll feature to allow you to do some loops in it, at least. I think there's some opportunities for some really good things. Missing cue points, I think like it needs to have the ability to add in some cue points in there so that you can bounce around to different parts and sections of songs and remix them. But I like the direction they're going, so I think there's some interesting opportunity there. Um, the What else do we have here? The four new effects. Glad to see balance being used. Um, I think they're fine. Cloud delay is probably the most interesting to me. Backspin, it's a curiosity. I don't know that like it adds brings a ton to the table, but I do see it as something that probably like if you're in DJ mode and you want to kind of have that DJ feel, it's not bad. It's nice. It's a nice to have. Um, the other things going on here, being able to skip bus 3 and 4, by turning it on and off, super handy. Uh, Being able to actually have your pads that aren't going to bus 1 or bus 2 also routed to still go to bus 3 instead of skipping it completely, I think is another nice effect. Um, the SP303 reverse, again, like I think it's a nice to have. It wasn't like necessary, but I think a lot of people will enjoy that. Besides that, I think for everything else, like under the utility settings and things, really cool. So I don't know. I'm excited for everybody. I'm excited to see where Roland continues to go with this device. I hope it's got several years worth of support out of it. I hope they've got a lot more effects to kind of work on and drop in here. And I don't know. This seems like it's got some pretty good legs in it. But if they also didn't do anything else, I mean, like this has just made the device so much better. I think the 2.0 release, barring probably some bugs that that are going to get found and get squashed, seeing them get squashed will make a big difference. But I mean, if they didn't change anything else from here, I'd still be super stoked to personally own a SP404 Mark II, or if you guys are in the market for one, uh, I think this is a great time to get into it, and hopefully we'll get to see where it continues to go. So, hey guys, hope this is helpful for you. Hopefully, if you're curious about what's going on and weren't quite sure what some of these things did, I hope I covered a lot of it for you. Otherwise, as I kind of keep working on future sessions, I think I'll incorporate some of what's happened in the 2.0 and show a little bit better how that works for some workflow stuff for you guys. So anyway, um, hope that helps. Keep making beats. Keep having fun. Peace.